Hi, welcome to In the Workshop. Today I'm going to show you around the micro workshop, so join me in a second. Right, so this is it, the micro workshop. I was just in here this morning doing some metal turning. So I thought it's about time I showed you round. So what this is an outbuilding attached to the back of the house, and it's just 8 feet across and it's 7'6" across this way. So it's pretty small, but it's ideal for doing small jobs in and for fixing things. So I'll show you around. This is what I was on with this morning. What I'm doing is I'm turning up another spacer or collet thing that I got with my pen turning mandrel, and I'm just turning one up out of brass on here. So it's about ready now. I've done the hole in the centre of it and turned it down to the outside diameter. It's just out of brass. So that's just ready to cut off. So where shall we start? So let's start over here in the messy side. So that's just a load of stuff chucked up there out the way. Down here I've got the snap-on toolbox with all the tools. So I've got all these to hand. Really handy having these. So I've got everything on hand just there. So got an oil filled radiator there just in case it gets a bit chilly, because the walls on here haven't got any insulation inside the gap, so it can get a bit chilly in here. It has got the radiator that I fitted, so that's fitted up to the heating, but you don't get a lot of heat out of that. So I just got one of the rubbishy old record players there with the CD player, and around the side there it has got a tape player for tape cassettes. So there's tape cassettes there, so I can put them in there and play them on that. So it is handy in a way to have that. So I've got my crash helmets up there, one that I use more often just there on hand, and behind the flag I just keep all cables and software, so the CDs and everything for my computers and cables and stuff behind there. So if you can hear a noise, it's the computer running down there. So the 3D printers on there, obviously, and then just some tools and stuff down in there. Got my tattooing kit, so because I have that and tattooing stuff over there, but I haven't done tattooing for ages, and I'm not trained for doing it. I just did myself and the wife doing tattoos, but yeah, I try not to do that, leave it to the professionals. So 3D printer there, we've got the metal drawers there that are labelled. They have my files and things in it, and punches, such like, files in there. So that's really handy. So up here I keep some woodworking books and such like in there, soldering stuff in there, and here I've got my pewter casting pot. Heat and melt pewter down. So here there's just a few toys and stuff, just some vintage and some not, and these are just, I like to have things around me you know, just to make it a bit more exciting and get ideas for things from. So yeah, like I say, we've got some vintage stuff. So He-Man's vintage there, even older from the 70s is Lone Ranger there. $6 Million Man's up there behind in that pod. But yeah, it's just having things around Evel Knievel up there. I just like to have things going on, a lot going on. This is where I put the Parkside electronic drill. It was in the workshop outside for a while, and then I brought it in here just to keep it for precision jobs. Over here is a little milling machine. Obviously it works through the computer, but as you can see, that's got XP on this computer, and I have to use this computer there because this machine's that old that it runs off a serial port. So I need a computer that's got a serial cable. But that does like milling little parts and things. I just made this bench out of its metal rack, and then I just fixed quite a thickish top to it. It's ideal for doing small jobs on, and it holds this little metal lathe nicely on there. So yeah, bit of all sorts all over the place. Over there it looks a mess, but it's not. That's me organised. I know where everything is. So over there, stuff for doing pewter casting, all metal parts for making things there. Because in here was where I built my robots that I've got. Bertie 1 that's on my tool wall in there. That was made in here. And yeah, this all looks a mess, but I know what's where. The paint over there, be it at the back of there and all sorts. But does the job just keeping stuff out of the way. For some reason I'm getting a collection of mirrors behind there. In here I just keep all the art stuff and things like that, so the paint and all sorts, all flags in there, and craft stuff and things like that. Over here I just have little fixings and fittings, stuff like that. And then it comes right back to here again. So like I say, it's not that big, but it's ideal for just coming in now and again when I've just, instead of unlocking all the workshop outside, I can just nip in here. If it's just a quick small job. Under there you can see that under the bench I've got my battery chainsaw and that on hand. My chainsaw trousers just there. So I know this was a super quick look round the micro workshop, but we'll be doing the odd jobs in here in the up and coming videos, and of course we'll be doing things out in the workshop outside. So we'll have loads of videos coming up soon, but I did promise quite a while ago that I'd just show you around the micro workshop. It's a nice comfortable place to be, which is what it's all about, because if you don't make the workshops that you work in comfy and nice to be in, you won't be in them. Anyway, thanks for having a quick look round with me. Hope you liked the video. If you did, if you give it a thumbs up, and remember to catch me on the up and coming videos. If you want notifications of when I post a video up, just hit the bell button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you follow along. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time in the workshop. Take care.